Okay, everyone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly show you how to create your class in Google Classroom. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to your app. If you had never used Google Classroom before, this is what the app looks like. If you haven't used it before, what it's going to do is it's going to prompt you to log in. So go ahead and sign in and make sure you use your first name dot last name at nic.net, and then it's going to take you to the SSO login and use your e-number and your password just like how you do every morning when you log into the network. So once you launch Google Classroom, I already have classes built, so that's what these classes are right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a class. So to create a class is first thing you need to do is tap on that plus sign at the upper right. And then here you're given two options. Either you can join a class or you can create a class. What we're going to do is we're going to create a class. So the recommendation that we're making especially for high school and middle school, is to create a class for each one of your periods. So if we're doing that, what I'm going to do is right here where it says class name, I'm going to just type in first period. For first period BMC, and you could call it whatever you want to. If you want to use the actual course number, and then the section or whatever it is, feel free. The only thing that I would advise is that it's a name that's easily recognizable by the general ed teacher or the collab teacher. Whoever it is that's on the general ed side will be able to recognize that it's your class. Okay. So once you put the name, you tap up here where it says create, and give it a little bit of time, and then your class is created. So what it did right now is it took me inside the class. So this right here now is the class itself. If we want to go back to the list of classes, right here, those three horizontal lines, tap on it, and then you'll see this list right here. So these are the classes that you're teaching. So eventually, once you create all your periods, they're going to all populate right here. At the bottom where it says enrolled, those are the classes that you're a student. So for example, I'm a student in the 1718 skill building class, in this PE class. These are the classes where I show up as a student. And then the classroom folders, if you tap on that link, what it does is it takes you back to your Google Drive. So what Google does is, in the background, once you create a class, it automatically creates a Google Drive folder. So right here, first period BMC, that's the classroom I just created. So this is the folder. And again, I advise you don't ever mess with these folders, because this is the way that Google Classroom organizes work. So if I tap on it, right now there's nothing because we haven't assigned any work. I'm going to go back. So for example, if I tap on this second period, there's nothing here. I'm going to try to find a class that has some work. So this is a good example. So this class right here, 1718 period 7 class, if I tap on that folder, there's two PDFs. So this is work that was actually turned in. Actually, this was an example of a classroom that I was working on. So this is work. And then right here, these are check marks. So I think this was me trying to test out a way to fill out a PDF form. So this could be a way to data collect, and maybe we'll talk about this during the training. But this could be a way that the collab or the general ed teacher can send back information to you. But we'll talk about that later. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep hitting these back buttons. I'm going to get out of here, and then let's see. I'm going to double tap my home button, and down here is my classroom. So I'm going to tap on it. So I'm back in my classroom. So the way these classrooms are designed is you have some tabs. You have the Stream tab, the Students tab, and then the About tab. So the Stream tab works just like social media. Once you start posting information, it's going to populate in this area, and then the more recent one is going to be at the very top, and the previous one is going to be, they're just going to kind of file down in order how you assign it. So the most recent one is always going to be on the top, and the oldest one is going to be way at the bottom. In the students, if you tap on the students tab, then here you'll be able to see students that are enrolled in your class. And since I just barely created this class, nobody's enrolled in it. Other bits of information that are in the students tab is this right here that says class code, and then it gives you this number UV8 OEY1. This is the code that you would have to give to the student so the student enrolls into your BMC class. Okay, so you just tell the student to launch Google Classroom on his end, and then he joins the class, and this is the code that you're going to give him. And if you were to project the code, you can just tap these three little dots, and then here you could disable the code if you don't want anyone to enroll, or you can reset the code. But actually, what I wanted to do was, if you tap on the class code, oh, it doesn't project it. That's what I was trying to get it to do, was project it. So with the iPad, you can't project it. You just have to give it to the student. But as soon as the student joins using this code, their names pop up right here. Also, if you tap on this gray silhouette, you can invite students. So if you know their email, if you have a list, you just type their email right here, and then it's going to send them an email. And so what the student's going to have to do is they're going to have to go to their email. They're going to see the email that came from you inviting them to their class, and then they're going to have to accept it. And then if they accept, then they'll populate here. The easiest way is just to give them the code. Okay, so in the About tab, this right here will show the teachers. So for example, since I created this classroom just now, I show up as the teacher. What we're recommending is that you here's where you would add the teacher of record or the collab teacher, whoever it is that's going to be in the general ed class assigning work. This is where you're going to add them. So you tap on that gray silhouette, and then you're going to invite the teacher. So as an example, I'm going to put Clara. So her name pops up right here. I'm going to tap on her name, and then that's it. If you wanted to add more people, you just type their name. But once you add the name and it pops up right here, then you come over here and tap on invite. And so what this did is it just sent Clara an email. So on her inbox, she saw that I invited her to this class. Her image is grayed out. See how mine is filled in. So hers is grayed out. Once she accepts it, this will change to accept, and then her image will be full colored like mine. So over here you do have options. So if I wanted to remove her, or if I wanted to email her, I could do that. Okay, I can email myself if I wanted to do that. So that's how the About tab works. I'm going to click on the students again. Okay, so this is the students tab, and then I'm going to click back on the stream. So this is the stream. Let's see what is under these three little dots over here. So these are the stream settings. Oh, this is another important thing. So tap on the stream settings, and then it gives you three options. So right now it defaults to students can post and comment. So that means they can post on the stream. And if you don't want to give kids the ability to do that, which I would recommend not giving it to them, because they'll start to probably put inappropriate comments or use it like social media like they're used to, and they don't use it as an academic kind of way. So you can change that. So over here on the right side, you just tap on that little arrow, and you see how right now it's defaulted to students can post and comment. You can change that to students can only comment, or only teachers can post and comment, and that's the most restrictive, and that's the one that I would recommend. So once I tap on it, it changes to only teachers can post and comment, and that's what I want. So now I'm going to hit the X, and that's it for my class. So now my class is set up, and I'm going to post another video how you could start to assign from your end as a teacher. And then we'll post another video of what the teacher of record, or we'll use Clara as the example, her as the teacher of record, what she can do from her end to post into our class as the BMC teacher.